Welcome to our deep dive into the human mind, that 3-pound universe we carry around inside our skulls. The human brain is arguably the most complex structure in the known universe. It's capable of incredible things, from composing symphonies to contemplating the very fabric of reality, but it's also capable of some pretty strange and unsettling things. Today, we're exploring the 10 most disturbing facts about human consciousness. Prepare to have your mind boggled, and maybe even a little disturbed. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, unable to move or speak, trapped in your own body? That's sleep paralysis, and it's more common than you might think. Your mind is awake, but your body is still in sleep mode, paralyzed. And to make matters worse, your brain can conjure up terrifying hallucinations like shadowy figures lurking in the room. It's like your ancient survival instincts are stuck on overdrive, flooding your system with fear hormones. Imagine being hunted by a predator in your dreams, except you're wide awake, living the nightmare. It's a stark reminder that our minds can be both our greatest ally and our worst enemy. We often think of death as a single event, a flicking off of the switch. But what about brain death? This is where things get really complicated. Imagine a person whose heart is still beating, they're still breathing, but their brain has ceased all activity. Are they still alive? This raises profound questions about what it truly means to be alive, what constitutes consciousness, and where our sense of self actually resides. Is it all just electrical impulses in our brains, or is there something more, something that transcends the physical body? These are questions that have haunted philosophers and scientists for centuries, and with good reason. The answers, if we can even find them, have the potential to reshape our understanding of life and death itself. We spend roughly a third of our lives asleep, adrift in a sea of strange and often nonsensical imagery. But what are dreams, really? Are they just random firings of neurons, or do they hold deeper meaning? Sigmund Freud believed they were the royal road to the unconscious, a way for our repressed thoughts and desires to bubble to the surface. Think about it. Why do we dream about falling, being chased, or showing up to an exam unprepared? These dreams, as bizarre as they may seem, could be our subconscious mind's way of processing emotions, fears and anxieties. It's like our brain is trying to communicate with us in a symbolic language that we're only beginning to decipher. Consciousness transfer. Beam me up? Imagine a future where we could upload our consciousness to a computer, essentially achieving digital immortality. It sounds like science fiction, but the idea of consciousness transfer is gaining traction in some scientific circles. But if we could transfer our minds, what would that even mean? Would it be a copy, or would our actual consciousness be transferred, leaving our original body behind? What are the ethical implications of creating a digital copy of ourselves? And if we could live forever in a digital realm, would we even want to? These are questions that could have profound implications for the future of humanity. Placebo effect, the mind-body connection. The placebo effect is one of the most fascinating and perplexing phenomena in medicine. It demonstrates the incredible power of our minds to influence our physical health. Give someone a sugar pill, tell them it's a powerful painkiller, and chances are they'll experience some level of pain relief. But how is this even possible? It seems our brains are capable of releasing endorphins and other pain-relieving chemicals simply because a treatment will work. The placebo effect is a testament to the powerful connection between our minds and bodies, a connection we're only just beginning to understand. Dissociative identity disorder. Many minds, one body. Dissociative identity disorder, formerly known as multiple personality disorder, is one of the most misunderstood and controversial diagnoses in psychology. It raises unsettling questions about the nature of identity and the limits of the human mind. Imagine sharing your body with multiple distinct personalities, each with its own memories, thoughts, and even mannerisms. It's like having multiple people, each with their own unique perspective on the world, trapped inside a single body. The causes of DID are complex and often linked to severe trauma, but the very existence of this disorder challenges our fundamental understanding of what it means to be a single self. The brain is a delicate organ, vulnerable to injury from even a minor bump or blow. But what happens when a brain injury fundamentally changes who we are? There are countless cases of people who have suffered brain injuries that have resulted in dramatic personality changes. A kind and gentle person might become aggressive and impulsive. A devoutly religious individual might suddenly lose all faith. It's a stark reminder that our personalities, our very sense of self, are intricately linked to the physical structure of our brains. Free will, an illusion. Do we really have free will? Or are our choices predetermined by a complex interplay of genetics and environment? It's a question that has plagued philosophers and scientists for centuries, and there's no easy answer. Some neuroscientific studies suggest that our conscious awareness of making a decision is actually an afterthought, that our brains have already made the choice before we're even consciously aware of it. If that's true, what does it mean for our sense of responsibility? If our choices are predetermined, can we truly be held accountable for our actions? These are deeply unsettling questions that strike at the very core of our understanding of what it means to be human. The uncanny valley, when robots get creepy. Have you ever felt a sense of unease or even revulsion when looking at something that looks almost human, but not quite? That's the uncanny valley, a phenomenon that occurs when we encounter robots or animations that appear eerily human-like, but with subtle imperfections that send chills down our spines. Why do we find these almost human creations so unsettling? Some scientists believe it's an evolutionary response, a deep-seated instinct that warns us of potential danger or disease. Whatever the reason, the uncanny valley highlights the intricate and often unsettling relationship between humans and artificial intelligence. Mind control, the ultimate invasion. The idea of controlling another person's thoughts and actions has long been a staple of science fiction, but is it really possible? While we're not quite at the level of implanting thoughts into people's minds that we know of, advancements in neuroscience and technology are blurring the lines between science fiction and reality. Researchers are exploring ways to manipulate brain activity using techniques like transcranial magnetic stimulation, which can influence our thoughts, emotions, and even our motor skills. While these technologies hold promise for treating neurological disorders, they also raise serious ethical concerns about the potential for misuse. Could we one day see a world where governments or corporations use these technologies for nefarious purposes, influencing our thoughts and behaviors without our consent? It's a chilling thought, and one that we need to grapple with as we venture further into the uncharted territory of the human mind. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the human mind. As you've seen, the brain is capable of incredible things, both wondrous and terrifying. The more we learn about the brain, the more questions we seem to uncover, pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. But one thing is for sure, the human mind remains one of the most fascinating and enigmatic frontiers in the universe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing.